I was riding around, you know, looking for some more motherfuckers that beat me for some money, you know. And he didn't, you know, they wasn't at home, so I couldn't kill him. You know, one of them owed me $8, the other one owed me 10. You know, but they wasn't at home.
Oh man. Oh man. This the type of nigga though. You can't borrow 50 cents from him. Straight up. He just crazy, bro. That nigga said he was looking for some niggas to kill him, and one owed him $8, the other one owed him 10. You finna kill two motherfuckers for $18? What up, family? It's your boy SNTV, man. Coming back at y'all with another reaction. Make sure that y'all like, share, hit the subscription button if you haven't subscribed, man. We on our way to 300K. This video is the full confession of a guy named Raphael Jackson from St. Louis. Now, Raphael Jackson, he was like a hitman back in the day. And he actually went in there, and, you know what I'm saying? They say he ain't telling nobody or nothing, but this was a raw confession. They say that he was like one of the biggest, you know, killers from up that way. Getting right into it.
For the purpose of the video right now, I'd like for you to state your full name.
Raphael Orlando's Jackson.
Okay. What is your age?
28.
Your date of birth?
6/4/71.
Okay. Where were you born?
St. Louis, Missouri.
Are you married or single?
Married.
Your home address?
2629 Tennessee.
Okay. Do you work at the present time?
Yes.
What is your job?
Homicides and robberies.
Okay.
He crazy. He crazy. He dude nuts. Straight up. This shit finna be good. He crazy.
All right. Mr. Jackson, previously we have gone over 3 homicides which have occurred. Okay?
Yeah.
One being in St. Louis, one being solely in East St. Louis, and then we had one that started in East St. Louis and ended in St. Louis. Okay?
Yeah.
The one we'd like to start with first is the one that happened in St. Louis, okay, in which a Ricky Williams was killed. Okay, that was back on September 17th at 3137 California. Can you tell us about your involvement in that case?
Yeah.
This nigga getting ready to talk about a dead body. He go to smile. Yeah, he crazy.
Ricky, I fronted Ricky some dope. You know, me and him was cool. I fronted him approximately 4.4 grams of cocaine, pure cocaine.
Shit.
I told him to bring me $200 back. You know, he can make $500 off of each, both of them together.
Hey, yeah, back in the day, shit, pure cocaine, that was a lot of money back in the day. $200, $300, $500, that was a lot of money back in the day. Shit.
I told him, please don't accept my shit if he wasn't gonna pay me. And he said he wouldn't even play me like that. He gonna have my money that night, So that night, he still didn't have my money.
Uh-oh.
And I told him, I insisted before I gave my shit, I begged. I said, man, please don't accept my shit, because I got to have all my money. He took my shit. Then I ain't see him for 3 or 4 days. When I saw him, he told me he still got it. He ain't been doing nothing. He ain't moved it yet. He gonna take care of me. I told him, man, just get my shit back. I said, because you been starting some shit, just get my shit back. At that time, I could afford to lose the shit. It wasn't no trip, but it was the thing that he just beat me for my shit. Well, I told him, have my money that night. I ain't see him for 2 or 3 days again. I saw him again, I asked him for my money. He said he gonna take care of me that night. He met with me. Then he still didn't have. Told me business been slow, he ain't did nothing. So I don't see him. I'm asking everybody how they saw him. Ain't nobody seen him.
These the type of games that niggas be playing in the streets. Obviously, he played with the wrong one. You can't play with everybody with their money, man. Straight up, man. You get people stuff, gotta have a plan.
You know, and I kept looking for him. And I finally ran into him about 2 weeks later, and he still didn't have my money. He told me to meet him, that night. I tried to meet him that night. He didn't even show up. So that's about the 4th week after I gave my shit. I was riding around, looking for some more motherfuckers that beat me for some money, And he didn't, they wasn't at home, so I couldn't them. One of them owed me $8, the other one owed me 10, but they wasn't at home.
Oh man, this the type of nigga though. You can't borrow 50 cents from him. Straight up. He just crazy, bro. That nigga said he was looking for some niggas to kill him, and one owed him $8, the other one owed him 10. You finna kill 2 motherfuckers for $18? That ain't even a dub. Damn. This motherfucker here, boy, he
At home, so I ain't killed them. But being that I was in the killing move, I decided to look for Ricky, And I found him,
a killing move is crazy.
Somebody was with me, I had dropped them off, dropped the guns out. We couldn't find Ricky. Then, as soon as I left there on the way home to go to bed, I synced him. I told him I was gonna front him an ounce of cocaine. I told him just bring me $1,000 back there to give him a chance to make my money and make him some money. He said meet him back there in an hour. I went back to the dude I dropped off, and I picked up, had him to get a couple guns, picked up a couple guns, 38 and a Glock 10. The dude was with me had the Glock. I had the 38 with 6 shells in it. The Glock had 16. I rolled back around her. Ricky ain't came back yet. We rolled around the block a few times, waited around the corner, trying to see if we can see him pass on any street where he be on. And we ain't see him, and I kind of got spooked because it was dark, and I kept hearing noises, so I left and drove around, asked some dudes if they saw him. They said, no.
He out looking for somebody to kill him. But he left because he was spooked because he heard some noises. Boy, I swear to God, I really love black people, but I dislike us at the same damn time, bro. This nigga said he left because he got spooked and left because he heard some noises, bro. Do you realize that you're hunting a man to take his life about some money he owe you? I'm pretty sure, bro, you are the monster that's out there, bro. You are what, if my motherfucker should be running from you. What are you talking about, bro? This is crazy.
There was caught down the street, some dude got smart with me. I started to kill him, but I said, no, I ain't gonna get him. So I went down the street. As soon as I pulled up in front of the house on California where Ricky was at, he had his mama car or something with a little white Cavalier. He came out, I ain't blow the horn, he just walked out. And he came up to the van, and I asked him, I say, I told him, I say, get in so I can give you this dope. I don't want to be out in the middle of the street doing it. I was standing in the middle of the street in a stolen van. He had water in his eye, like he knew I was gonna kill him. So I told him, I say, get in. He said, can't I just give it to him right here? I said, no. I said, get in, 'cause I don't want nobody to see me give you the dope. And He said, you can just get it to me right here. He said, where you want me to get in at then? I said, go around and get in the side door. And he just stood there, and I see some tears coming from his eye. I say, you want it right here? He said, yeah. And I just reached out and shot him. I think I shot him in the face, and he hit the ground. I just reached out the window and shot the other 5 bullets out there in him. And then the dude was with me, reached over the passenger side with the Glock and just shot about 10 shells out of him, shot him up. And we pulled off, dropped the hot van off, and jumped in the legit car. And I went to the house, and I ate me something and drank a cup of coffee and went to sleep.
Oh my God. This nigga's a psychopath. Bro, I got so many questions. Like, if you shot him 6 times, you shot him in the face, why did bro have to reach over with the glizzy and do Then, bro, you went home and drank some coffee and went to sleep. Drinking some coffee and going to sleep is crazy. Bro, you got to be crazy to drink coffee and go to sleep, bro. Like, who does that? Dang, man, this guy right here is way out, man. They say from like St. Louis, bro. You know what I'm saying? They say he was doing shit in East St. Louis too, in Illinois, man. This nigga right here is crazy, bro. And the way he in this interview, bro, he just nonchalantly, bro, like this nigga's crazy, bro.
And that's basically it?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was snorting heroin, he fucked up my money.
Oh, man, I could have figured
How much money did he owe you?
He owed me $200. I gave him enough dope because he was doing bad. Me and the dude was cool, He was doing bad, so I, was called myself helping him out, and he fucked me out my shit, I gave him some dope to make more money than me. And plus it was almost pure cocaine,
Did you refer to him by a nickname? Do you know him by a nickname?
Yeah.
What's his nickname?
Slick.
Okay. When you say you were in a stolen van, do you remember anything about this stolen van?
Yeah.
Where'd you steal it from?
Stole it out in the county somewhere. I don't remember where I stole it. I stole it from somewhere, I think out there by Lindbergh.
Okay, do you know what kind of van it was?
Yeah, like a utility van.
Okay. But you don't remember exactly where you got it?
No.
Do you remember how long you had it?
That day, I stole it the night before and put it up. Then I went and got it that night to go and kill these other 2 motherfuckers.
And who was that you were going to kill?
My mama ex-boyfriend and, who she was engaged to and his son.
What's their names, you know them?
Yeah.
Look at bro, man. Check him out, bro. This is the epitome of a psychopath, bro. Like, they don't even make niggas like this no more. In real talk. And they say he didn't tell on nobody. No, he finna get a life sentence.
Yeah, Lil Harold and Big Harold.
You know their last names?
I forgot.
What street were they on that you went looking for them?
Alberta.
Okay, this is before you went...
This nigga said he finna kill his mama. The nigga his mama was engaged to and his son.
Looking for Ricky Williams?
Yeah, I just wanted to kill somebody. They paid me most of my money, but they have been spending me about my money for a month.
How many people were with you when you killed
so
Ricky?
This was his mama's the guy that his mom was engaged to and his son owed him $10 and $8. So he finna go kill them. He was looking for them to kill them too. That's crazy.
Just one.
Are you gonna name that person?
Nope.
And why isn't it you won't name that person?
Because I don't honor no snitching.
What do you mean by that?
I do not tell on nobody.
Okay. So there's yourself and one other person.
Yeah, John Doe.
Okay. And you won't tell us his name.
Nope.
Okay. And what gun did you have?
I had
Now, if we just being honest, I could respect that so much more than somebody being out here in the streets doing all this shit. And then as soon as they get caught, they telling on everybody. I could respect this, the man, he's taking accountability for what he did, and he ain't putting nobody else into it. He just talking about the shit he did. And even if he is putting somebody else in it, he ain't telling the police who he's talking about. Real talk, man. This is what the streets used to be. This is how people used to be in the streets. You in the streets playing those street games. When the police come down on you, these are the results. Don't tell on everybody. Keep it a bug. Straight up. Do what you got to do. Fight the case or whatever.
the 38.
Can you describe the gun?
It's a black steel 38 special. Got detective special on the tip of the barrel. And it had a pearl handle with a chip on the handle.
Okay, where did you get that gun from?
I bought it from a dude that's be selling guns.
Who is he and where did you purchase it at?
I don't know his name. I purchased it through somebody else, somebody's father. You know, he sell a lot of guns.
How much did it cost you?
I paid too much money for it, $135.
Okay. Now, this other person you referred to as John Doe, what kind of gun did they have?
The Glock 10 millimeter Glock.
Okay, whose gun is that?
That's my gun.
That's your gun.
Yeah,
So that 38 and that Glock is both yours?
yeah,
Okay. You just let that person use the gun?
yeah.
Okay. Can you describe that gun?
It's a black, was brand new in a box when I got it. Black gun made in like a square gun, automatic, with a hole in the back of the handle.
Where did you get that gun at?
I took it from a motherfucker.
Where was that at?
I ain't gonna say.
Why wouldn't you say where you took it from?
I just don't want to say.
Okay. So you took that gun?
Yeah.
How long have you had it?
It's about 3 months. They tried to kill the motherfucker I took it from. He just ran too fast.
Okay.
Hey, man, I got to do the documentary on this guy, man. I got to do the documentary on this guy. I got to do the documentary. Hell no.
Is there anything that we've left out in this incident that you can think of that we haven't covered?
No, that's it. Ricky pulled too many stunts.
And what do you mean by that?
He was stunting motherfuckers for their money. He stunted the wrong motherfucker. You know, stunted a motherfucker who was good to him.
Meaning yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else on this that you want to discuss?
No.
Tom, do you?
Well, there's definitely a lesson to be learned. In part one of this, I'm gonna split it up in 3 different parts. The lesson right here is don't get people shit and then not pay them. Like, if you come get my shit, pay me my money. Come pay me my money just like you came and got it. I shouldn't have to look for you or none of that. Everybody not gonna play. Me, I'm the type, I'm just gonna cut you off. and don't never say nothing to me. You say something to me again, especially about some money or borrowing something, then we'll get into it. But other than that, like, you know, but niggas like this right here, niggas like that'll take your life, man. Playing with their money, man. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies and try not to get slimed out, man.